Okay. Hi guys, this is Ruxton. This is going to be the first video to my series called Ruxton's Twerk Shop. Again, please don't mind the background. I forgot to change it like I always do. So in this video, I will be showing you some of the things that I'm doing in my track Meladronin. So if you haven't heard that, I'll put the SoundCloud link in the bottom. Otherwise, I think I put it up on this channel. Yeah, it's on this channel too. So Meladronin. So in this video, this will be part 1. I'm gonna show you the synth parts. I know you're all probably super excited because you want to hear the bass, but that's too bad. You're gonna have to wait. So I'll start off with this metal part. So let me just. That's not the part. What the fuck was I doing? This part right here. So I'll show you that part. It really wasn't that hard. It was just me messing around in Harmor. What it's got is, excuse me. It's got, I think this is a fade in, yeah, something, volume fade in kind of. So I have it starting off with like a lower volume, then it gets louder up to this part here. And then the reverb cuts off for some reason. That's going to bug the shit out of me. For 3 bars, the reverb just turns off because I have a shitload of reverb. In fact, where is the mixer? I'm very unorganized. I really can't help it. Okay, so track 9. So I have delay, this kind of EQ, which doesn't change. I thought I automated, but I guess I didn't. Oh, yeah. I automated this. Most people will tell you not to do that. It doesn't fucking matter in some cases. So please no wars. Use your fucking ears. That's what they're for. But if you really want a clean, actual volume fade in, use Fruity Balance. By the way, obviously this is for FL Studio, but if you can transpose it to whatever program you use, like Ableton, Reason, Logic, whatever, then do that. This is the reverb, I believe. No, I'm automating this one. So this is my, what I would call like the actual reverb that stays static, and then the dynamic one just turns off, and then eventually it's just. So let me just turn that off. So what it is this. Okay. It's not too special. I just really fucked with the timbre harmonic levels, made an interesting shape at the end here, and then that was it, which created, this. All you have to do is double click. That's it. Double click on it. Fuck with the shapes. Gave me a nice like tingy sound. Now what really gives it that bell tone is the prism here. Let me just copy that value so I have it. So I like to use this for any type of like bell or electric piano sound, or, like that bell sound, the DX7, Yamaha DX7. Everybody knows what that is. The bell piano sounds you would hear in like the 80s a lot, or like those old 80s informative videos that you probably watched in high school or middle school, maybe even elementary. But without it, it sounds like this. Which sounds cool. Sounds cool in itself. You can even, if you wanted to, go this way. Doesn't sound too much different from... I mean, it does. But like the further you go, it can just, change it up a little bit more. It adds more spread to these harmonics. Honestly, before I get any further with this, I'm not one of those really like techie smart people. If you want to know a really good description of what half or all this shit does, go watch Seamless. He's probably the only person on YouTube that I know that explains in full what half or all of this shit does. But go watch him if you want a really good explanation. In fact, I'll put a link in the description. You can also do multiply, which spreads them out even further. But it doesn't make much of a difference to me. So that's really all I did. I added some soft saturation distortion, turned up the mount, turned up the filter. I think I added a tiny bit extra wet. I didn't compress it. There's some Pong delay on here for some reason. I don't remember putting that, but I must have got bored. Sometimes I like to use the delays that come with... Oh, wait, no, it's turned off, right? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's turned off. I don't usually use the effects here, honestly. I should, but I don't. I use chorus sometimes, but precision, always make that, perfect. Yeah, so there's a little bit of phaser, I guess, for some reason, too. This is an older project for me, so I haven't been here in a while. So a lot of things that I do now, I didn't do then. And you'll come to see that when I get around to like the bass portion. It changes, the phaser changes, a little bit of it, but it's being plucked. It's being plucked, so there's really not much else it can do. So there's that. That's this. I like the reverb a lot. A lot. Reverb is nice. I like to use reverb too now, though, so this is a little bit foreign looking to be these days. So the next one is, we'll just knock this out right the fuck now. This is the chords. So you may be thinking, oh, that's probably just a super saw. No, you're actually wrong, and please don't judge my saws. It's not. I did what I did with the bells and just changed this little timbre harmonic level area here, just like the lower portion. And it changed it up just enough. And obviously we know what here. Let's duplicate this real quick. I'll change this to a regular old saw, and you'll see what I mean. So crackles, I like the crackles. Exactly what I want in my fucking video. So why is it still like that? I don't get it. So for some reason it's like I don't get why it's doing that. But that would be pretty much what a normal quote unquote super saw is like. But for sake of me wanting to be unique, I decided to change the shape up a little bit so that it sounds... What the fuck is going on? Hold on. There you go. See, just by changing this, it made the lower note sound Like they had higher tinge. That's the word I want to use, tinge. Why did the sound stop? I have no idea. This is why I do things differently now. Typically, what I like to do is bounce pretty much almost everything out. Saves my CPU from, completely dying. And I don't know why it's doing this. In the middle of a video. Wow. But, now it wants to work. See, it sounds kind of like a super saw, but not really. But basically, do the same things that you would normally do with a super saw. 5 voices, stereo panning, give it some of this, change it up if you want. I made it to where it's... so what this does here is... So this is set to, what is it, like 50, 52, whatever, 53. Set wherever you want it. And this top portion is wherever this is at, wherever this lies. It's like you're automating this, but it's not going to show. So it dips down about to like here, and then it goes back up, but not all the way. Why? I don't know. I liked it. So like if it gives it a chance to stab clean and then come right back. That's what I wanted. You can, fuck with the phase here to make it the voices start in different places. And over here, phase randomness, I have it set over here. Because if you had it set here, this just means it's going to have like a different, every time you hit it, the phase is going to start at a different point every single time. Obviously, the closer you get down here, the more random it becomes. Otherwise, if you do it over here, they're kind of like the same. It's not too noticeable with this sound, but it'll make sense otherwise. Got a little bit of phaser going on for whatever reason. I was feeling phaser happy, I guess. There's probably something else. Harmonic unison pitch. Okay. This is weird. Again, I'm not very techie about it, but this just pretty much messes with the detuning phase and how it works. Instead of it just being a straight on detune, you can have it warp, as I like to refer to it as. And it just does that. So this is just how I did it. Sounded different. You can kind of hear it. It's got like a weird metallic-y, like not warble, but like you can kind of hear it. It's like skelchy, crunchy-ish when you hold the note. It works really well on basses. But that's that. Perfect precision as always. Not a lot of effects going on here at all. That's just how it ended up being. Over here, I just killed the super highs, killed the lows. It basically just hits here with what I have. I got this guy. I don't really use this. This was like my first time using this. It's just a chorus, just basic chorus. Again, I don't do things like that anymore. I'll make another video on how I stack my chord stabs. A lot of people ask me about those, and I'll just do another video on that. But compressor, again, I don't usually use this. It's kind of just me messing with stuff. Not that techie. I just use my ears. That's, what they're for. Delay, don't really need to explain that to you. But I will say, in FL Studio, delay bank is great. Use it if you don't. You can change the filters of your delays. That's why I like to use it, and it's really cool. You can automate all of this if you wanted to. Reverb, it's just typical reverb. This was for side chain. It still is for side chaining. And then there's this Edison. The reason why this Edison is in here This is a good tie into what I do here. So what I like to do in a lot of my tracks still is I'll resample bits of my track. Basically, I add reverb to something or a delay, and then I bounce it all out regularly. Like, for example, this was a piano. I'll get to the piano bit after this, but I just added a butt ton of reverb and some delay. There. It's just kind of like a minor impact. What I like to do that because it kind of ties in my transitions, in my opinion. So, like, you could hear it right there. You could hear it. Now, if I took it out, it doesn't sound like it ties into me. I don't know. I just liked it. So the reason why there was one on the sauce chord stack-ish thing was for this part right here. I'll just play right here. For this part right here. For that part. And I just realized I automated the bass frequencies, and that's why my voice was all like phone sounding. So what I did was I just put one chord stack, which was this guy right here. Just that. Added a butt ton of reverb, let it go for 4 bars, 5 bars, whatever you want. And then I put it right here, reversed it, and obviously I took out the big chunk of the hit. And then I just automated the panning, LFO, and the speed so that it does this. I thought it was a really good effect, and it worked out. Worked out pretty well. The piano, this is important because in the beginning of the song, you're introduced with the metal pluck sound and then the piano. Okay, so what did I do? It's just a contact library that I like a lot. I really like the Giant. If you don't have it, you should probably get it. I'm getting a phone call or some shit. Sorry. Don't know why it does that, but it's good. I like the Giant. It's nice. Let me move my phone away from my workspace, which is what you should do. I use glitch for the effect. Without glitch, it sounds like this. Which sounds fine. But I wanted this reverse for some reason. When I put it on, it just clicked and it made sense. I just have it set to 1/4 time here. Looks like that. Point B's that, and I just have it going the whole time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars, and then that's that. Because I have 8 bars here. And it may, when you use the reverse, it may cancel out some notes. Like, I think it cancels out the C7 part. Why the fuck is that there? Oh, that's something different. But it may cancel that part out, which is fine. It's not like it affects it that much, but so I did the piano. Let me open up my notebook. So we got the chord stabs, we got the piano, we got the metal. I told you about the reverse resampling. So there's really 2 things left synth-wise that I need to tell you guys about. So I'll save the talk synth for last. So you'll probably hear in the background this sound. Let me go find it right here. It's this first section here where this automation is. It just bring. That's, look at my awesome names. So this is it. Let it's just it's just a saw. Just a clean saw with a lot of stereo enhancement to make it wide. Delay and reverb, a lot of it. That's it. Killed the highs, killed the lows, and brought down some of the mids because I need to clean it up somehow. And that's that. That's pretty much fucking it for that sound. It's not anything extraordinary. So let's go to the fun part. This part here. I don't know why it cut off, but this is the part I get asked about often. I really like this synth a lot. I love it. So let me explain why there's two channels. So this channel is just a chorus and spread. I didn't need to separate them this way, but for some reason I did. Again, I'll do another video on how I do synth layering and shit using Patcher in another video. So this one just has a chorus and a stereo enhancer on it. So it's literally a copy of the first one. So the first one... So it's a nice wah synth, and I got the idea from way back in the old like FL3-4 era. There was I wish I could remember the name. There was a project in there that had an amazing 3X sound that wasn't like this, but this sound reminds me a lot of it. If anybody says that you can't make 3X sound good, they are assholes. So this is a great lead. So it's just all saws. None of this is touched. None of it. It's predominantly the effects that I have here that make it sound this way. So going in here, it's an HP high pass. Why did I say HP? What is this? Pokemon. A lot of resonance or modulation Y. Don't know why they decided to call it that. It's just whatever. So just think of this as resonance. It's a lot of resonance. If I took it out, it sounds way different. But when you start adding, it gives it that cry, whiny sound to it. And I have some LFO on it so that it opens and closes. This is really, I don't need to tell you about this. It's just add some amount, add some speed, turn the delay and the attack off. So it opens and closes, not too much. So basically it's like this. So if I were to turn this off, now, if you wanted to be fancier than me, I highly recommend you automate this by yourself. It would yield great results, honestly. For like talking leads and stuff, I highly recommend that. So basically, effects wise, it's just some reverb, filter because I have it doing this little doohickey here, right here. Well, my CPU does not like what's going on, but it just cuts off. That's it. Here is where the magic starts to happen. I have Blood Overdrive on here. I don't have a lot of it, but I have enough. You don't have to use Blood Overdrive. You can use any kind of distortion plugin. Wave shaping would probably be, a good distortion plugin to use on here, like the Fruity Wave Shaper. But if I take this off, Now if I put it back on, it really adds like some shine. It makes it more dramatic. So you don't have to have distortion on it, but for me, I like it because of the amount of resonance that you're using. It really adds some drama to it. That's for just to keep it intact. I always do that. It's not bad. People who tell you that you shouldn't use limiters on things, just when you're making electronic music, you are essentially breaking a majority of rules. That's that. I don't want to make a rant about it, but I may make some ranty videos about it. Just don't limit yourself to what people tell you. Just do your own thing. Use your ears. If it sounds good, chances are it is good because no one's going to listen to it and go, oh, well, you didn't tune the frequency of your snare drum. You put 7 limiters on your synth and your bass. That's not okay. No one's going to know that but you, unless you tell somebody. So we got some more reverb. I'm pretty sure I automated this eventually. I like to automate reverbs to add that like hall uplift effect. I'll make another video on that. It's a simple thing. Some delay. That's for the side chaining, and that's that. I killed the bass because it had a little bit of bass artifacts that I did not need, and that's basically all I did. That's it. A drone thing. What's this? Give me a sec. Oh, it's that. Who the fuck changed the channel name? Yeah, that was all I did. There's not much. That's it. All it was a lot of tweaking. I had a general idea in my head, but not 100%. And then it just kind of came. That's how it happens. We'll get to the bass portion in another video. So thank you guys for watching Ruxton's Twerk Shop. This is for Meladronin. Yeah. Look at all these projects. No one's going to take this fucking serious. I hope this helped or inspired or both. And like, comment, subscribe. Check out my SoundCloud. I don't know how to end these videos, so I'm just going to end it now. Okay, bye.